Okay, well, we'll switch over to Bruno here. I think Bruno probably needs about no introduction, but CEO, founder of Total Immersion, one of our sponsors and one of the largest companies here in this field.
Yeah. So good morning, everyone. It's always a pleasure to be here. I think it's my fourth or fifth event in a row. So each time I'm presenting, augmented reality, what's the latest, what's Total Immersion position, vision, and today we're going to especially focus on e-commerce and retail application. So the agenda for my presentation is going to be for those who don't know Total Immersion, a quick introduction of who we are. Then we're going to talk about what I call AR market re-evolution. There's going to be an introduction to why we are launching and why we launched TriLive. And then we're going to have a last slide talking about what's next and how do we envision, augmented reality in the future. So for those who don't know about Total Immersion, I co-founded and co-started the company back in 1999. So we were the first true AR business company making money out of it. We were pretty much alone on that market and trying to evangelize AR at that stage. We have offices in Europe where I started the company, in Paris, Munich, and London. We also have offices here in Los Angeles and then offices in Hong Kong, so we can cover most of the region with a permanent presence. We are developing our own AR technology called diffusion software. So once again, we'll talk about very briefly our patented solution. We have more than 20,000 AR developers using our diffusion software on a permanently basis. So definitely the AR ecosystem is growing pretty fast. We have developed more than 2,000 AR applications since we started the company. So definitely I'm used to saying to clients, prospects, and so on, we know what is working and we know what is not working. And it's critical in the AR industry. We do have some strategic alliances. We'll talk briefly about strategic alliances later. And we are backed by VCs with also Intel Capital and KDDI Japan, which is the second largest mobile operator. So I don't want to spend too much time on that slide. It's just showing how wide we are developing augmented reality from cars application, from entertainment with toy solution, apparel, we're going to talk about it today, communication, industry, CPG. So definitely here that slide shows that we have done business with pretty much everybody using our AR solution. I don't want to impress everybody, just to let you know, guys, that we have been working with all these brands and we have been partnering about how we could deploy and develop AR solution for them. In terms of AR market revolution, I built that slide pretty much recently, which is interesting. That's what we see from the business side on AR over the past few years. So Total Immersion was since 1999 the first AR company really trying to deploy augmented reality. Once again, I really want to insist on the business side. So for always, we've been trying to make money out of augmented reality. We're not just a technology company. We want to monetize augmented reality. For the first few years, we were alone even to make a lot of evangelization. And then a few years later, we started having some competition. At that time, it was a tough competition, but now it's a healthy competition with these few companies, which started jumping into the AR business in 2003. And then what is interesting is that starting 2009, we started seeing a lot of AR company or pretending AR company, that started to come up in the competitive landscape. That slide really shows how the AR landscape has changed dramatically over the past few years, from just being alone in the AR industry with today, I think that we are 76 AR company present here during the show. So for sure, the market is different. You cannot address the market while you are alone and just leader with 1, 2, or 3 company the same way that you are addressing this market when you have 76 companies. And you know what? The 76 companies are all claiming that they have the best technology. I mean, we have the best tracking, we have the best recognition, we have the best rendering engine. I don't want to start this conversation there, but it's impressive because we all have the best technology in place. From an emerging market, almost $0 value market to today 50 million. So 50 million remains a very, very low number for such a market like augmented reality. It's still a challenging low number market. Indeed, we are anticipating that this market is getting bigger and bigger. But I've been hearing analysts, and I keep hearing analysts saying that in the next 2 or 3 years, it's going to be a $1.5 billion market. Well, I'm waiting for that moment when it's going to happen because, I've been waiting for like almost 14 years, and after 14 years, it's still not there. That's going to be my conclusion. I think that we are very close to it and that it's around the corner, that it's going to be a very big market. But after like 14 years, it remains for sure as a fact like a very small market. Another revolution from fun to must-have application. Indeed, most of AR companies, we started with like, fun application, gimmicky application, wow application, where we are trying to immerse consumer or the audience into a show where they can, the word magic was used like a few minutes ago. Definitely that was the driving way to have like consumer using augmented reality was to create some magical show using our technology. Now, definitely the evolution there is that we need, as an AR leader, to find some application where you have some return on investment for your client. Otherwise, the AR market will stay forever a niche market and a very small market. So I definitely concur with what was said just before during the opening event. On the other side, we need to make sure that the consumer, they like what they see and they use what they see. I don't want to have like just like an app with butterfly flying around if there is no real value for a consumer. And that's critical that every AR players focus on building solutions where consumer can interact on a day-to-day basis with augmented reality. From few patents in 2002, which I think that we were the first one like really building like patents around augmented reality, to thousands in 2013. Once again, here it's a true evolution. I mean, even when we start hearing, from our clients, one of the first questions they're asking is like, "Tell me about your patent." That was not the case even a year or 2 years ago. So definitely here we start seeing like some dramatic change, and we have to start almost our presentation with that slide. Yeah, we have a mature and stable, strong technology, so better than the other one. I'm just kidding. And also we have an indisputable anteriority and patent portfolio. I mean, now our clients, they want to hear about it. They want to see what we have. They are making some analysis of our patent portfolio, and it starts becoming crucial in the AI ecosystem. And diffusion software, we have to say it like loud and clear now, is a fully proprietary and third-party IP free AR solution, which means that we own 100% out of it. So why it started, with that quick introduction? It's more and more obvious that AR companies today, they cannot sell only AR technology. I mean, you have 76 AR companies. We're always going to have like a 2 or 3 people team building an AR technology. If we are competing with them, it's going to be tough. So definitely here, it's critical to say that AR companies, they need to find a way, not just to sell AR technology, but now to start selling solution that matters for users using augmented reality. And that's really critical there. I mean, that's what I call the evolution of the AR business, is that we need to stop just selling AR technology and start selling AR products that make sense from a user standpoint. Definitely critical. And we call it TryLife. That's why I'm very glad to be in the business track today, very glad to be on the e-commerce retail solution. TryLife is the key retail solution that we are offering to our clients. A new branding, a new name. We really wanted to have a very disruptive approach of how we are positioning our AR TryLife solution to the market. Try on, buy now. So let me give you a deep dive into our TryLife proposition. TryLife is basically, I want to offer a consumer somewhere that they can try products in real time, either on their PC, Mac, desktop, or in store or mobile application. I want to offer them the chance to try the product before buying it. That's the key value proposition of TryLife. We want consumers to be able to try online before buying, making sure that the sizing is okay, making sure that they like the look of what they're going to buy. So we have TryLife apparel, we have TryLife ring, jewelry, we have TryLife watches, shoes, furniture, of course eyewear. By the way, the quick demo you got this morning with Ori was Total Immersion software, so I want to have the credit for that. TryLife eyewear definitely, and Direct Optic, that was also presented by Tommy before, is one of our clients that I'm going to talk about in a few minutes. So that's our proposition. That's our AR product solution we are offering to the market. And well, when we started working on TryLife, we did one very important thing. We want to making sure that consumer, they want it. We didn't want to, like before, to start a product not making sure that consumers are not going to use it and buy it. We want to making sure that consumers, they want to have access to TryLife and they want to, being able to try online before buying. So we did that survey, and yeah, we got some pretty significant response there from this survey where consumers are saying, yes, I want it. I want to use such technology while I'm buying online. So that's the reason, one of the reasons why we started, this TryLife product. And you know what? It works. So this is coming, it's pretty close to what was said this morning, but this is coming from our client. It's not coming from us. That's the three critical components that our clients are seeing into TryLife. First of all, it drives audience. 50% online traffic increase for most of our clients. Huge value. I mean, that's extremely important from an e-commerce standpoint to say that 50% of additional audience are going to surf on their website. Second one, engage. Consumers are spending more time with TryLife than without TryLife on a website. An average of 10 minutes spent with TryLife. 20% of return visitors. Once again here, that's critical data for every client that we have and every client that we are chasing for. Third value proposition and third component, return on investment. I'm fighting every day, every week within the company, even in the AR ecosystem, to say, guys, we need to make sure that every AR company, including Total Immersion, we are focusing on return on investment, not just on magical, wow, gimmick experience. Return on investment is now, once again, critical to, for that market to evolve to a bigger market. So 45% higher conversion rate, 12% average basket size, less returns, minus 20% returns. These numbers are like crazy for e-commerce players. They love it. And they're not working with us because of augmented reality. They are working with us because of these numbers. So I think that value proposition is critical. Of course, it is for eyewear, but we start seeing the same results for other TryLife that we're now launching more than just the eyewear industry. So in order to address this market, we really thought about something extremely important. We want to have a very professional approach of that business. And that approach is being characterized by two very important modules. First one, our AR module. Definitely here, we want our AR technology to work the best as possible, to work on as many platforms as possible, on mobile, PC, Mac, tablets, and so on, iOS, Android, web, flash, and so on. So that's the first module that everybody knows about augmented reality and Total Immersion. But the second one, we've been working extremely hard to offer like a TryLife cloud, which allow in one click to deliver an AR experience worldwide. Now it takes for our clients exactly 5 minutes to have an AR experience on their website. 5 minutes. I challenge every AR company here to be able to deploy in 5 minutes an AR experience.
5 minutes? 5 minutes?
Yeah. So why we develop also that cloud? I mean, when you are working in the e-commerce industry, you have like 5, 6, 7, 10,000 SKUs. So, you know, you have to manage all these SKUs. You have to make sure that with one click, with 30 different websites, you can unlock, you can grant access or deny access to any of these SKUs anywhere in the world on your 30 websites. That TriLife Cloud is really critical in who is Total Immersion as of today. Definitely we remain an AR company, and I'm proud, and this is part of our DNA. But we are adding to this DNA a very easy solution to deploy for our clients, which comes with that TriLife Cloud solution. So we can produce the assets, store these assets on the cloud. We can manage any catalog in real time with one click. We can publish on any website in the world. We can review our client, they can review in real time the production on our cloud, which is critical. I mean, the 3D process and the 3D production is also critical in the AR industry. And of course, we can store statistics around user data. Important thing is here, it's a turnkey deployment. Very easy to deploy. Self-maintained, 24 hours. I mean, when you're working on an e-commerce website, you need to make sure it's working 24 hours per day. Pay as you go. Important notion here. That's also a way to start shifting our business model just to a one-off license fee to a win-win model fee. Basically, here we are charging some fees depending on transaction and how successful the application is. And it is customizable. The way we build it, we can customize our cloud so it can be deployed and be customized for any client we have. That's the 3D assets production workflow. I don't want to go too deep in that one, just want to show you that we control the ecosystem, we control the process from A to Z. From the 3D production, once again, which is critical for every of our clients, to the storage of the 3D production, to the SaaS solution, which can be deployed with one click, once again, either on a mobile platform or on a PC Mac platform. Maybe it's not clear here, but we're talking about months and months and months of work for the company, for Total Immersion. Few of our customers, once again, most of them are in the eyewear industry. Very proud of getting all these eyewear clients. What is the most interesting with this client? They are all active clients. And they remain active clients. So we're not talking about a one-off license project, a marketing campaign for just a month, a week, whatsoever. We are talking about clients that we've been working with them now for 2 years. And they continue working with them. So if they continue working with them, it's because they see some return on investment. Otherwise, they will stop right away. Especially today. You're not going to spend dollar if it doesn't bring you back dollar. So that is a very, it's a pretty interesting, impressive list. Next is our vision. As I just said, developing AR technology, it's great, but developing some world-class patented solution where we can offer application that matters from the end user is critical for Total Immersion. And that's the way we want to change the world, our way we want to change the world, and that's the way we want to own the AR market. I don't want to own the AR market just for an AR technology. I want to own the AR market as being the first company that's succeeding in offering some day-to-day usage of augmented reality, more than just gimmicky AR experience. What next? I always like to share my vision on what's next regarding augmented reality. So the future remains, of course, bright for AR, even though after 14 years of augmented reality, it's a long journey. You know, it's definitely here. It's it's a long time since we started that company, but we see higher consumer engagement. You saw that today. We see higher quality experience. Why does it work with eyewear? Because you believe in the experience. You believe you really have 3D glasses on your face. You believe you really have sunglasses on your face. If the quality is not there, I mean, the consumer will not buy it. The consumer will not use it. So definitely here, the quality is critical. Big companies are committed to AR. I mean, Google is, of course, one of them, but I mean, we see like more and more interest coming from like very large companies that they want to start embedding AR solution. Secret to winning, be mindful and savvy. Once again, with of the end users. For end users, is critical in our approach. Be prepared for transformative technologies. We spoke about perceptual computing, which is, by the way, using some diffusion software inside. So definitely here, that's the kind of new technology that Immersion is leveraging. Lead the mobile market with hardware acceleration. We have today 2 SoCs that are hardware accelerated, and the 3rd one is coming. Possess a strong patent portfolio is now very, very important. For the new entrant, they're going to have some hard time with patents, definitely. $1 billion market, definitely yes. And I think that's it's just around the corner that we start seeing like massive investment and massive, development for augmented reality. Thank you very much, and I hope that's getting better.
Yeah.
Thank you.